But here, on the very rim of known space, justice is a long way away.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Space Game Junkie podcast. I, as always, am your co-host, Brian. Sadly, we're missing a couple people today. We're missing Spaz because he's got some technical and familial things he's dealing with. So he's not going to be on for the next couple shows, which is so weird because he's like one of those persistent presences on our server. It's like when he's not here, it's like, wait, is everything okay? I'm not sure why we're also missing Julie. Maybe she'll show up later. We don't know. The holiday season is crazy, y'all. Crazy. But we do have a partial crew here today. Joining me as usual is your co-host Thorsten.
Hello.
Your co-host Jacob.
Rule of acquisition number 82. The flimsier the product, the higher the price.
Did you look that up or did you memorize that?
I looked that up. I did not have that. Remember? Not that good.
Yeah, that'd be wow. I'm glad you admitted you looked it up. I don't know. Some people have that good
for this shit, maybe.
Some people have that good a memory that they can probably remember all the 200-300, however many rules of acquisition there are. And
I probably could if anyways, let's carry on.
Your co-host, well, they kind of apply today. Your co-host David is also with us.
Greetings. All
right, my friends. Today we're going to have a slightly different show. Instead of talking about a game or anything, our topic today is deals. The winter sales have already begun. I think Green Man Gaming and GOG, I think, have begun their yearly sale.
Yes, they have.
So, and soon everyone will be with it. Fanatical, of course, Steam. You know, probably the console shops as well will be getting into the act. So I thought a fun topic, and I spent a lot of time doing this, which is why I find it fun, is how to find the best deals. So what we're going to do today is I've assembled, and if you guys have any tools that I haven't covered that you want to suggest, please throw them in the chat. I've got a pretty comprehensive list here, but I might not know everything. So, you know, I don't know everything, obviously. So if you have a tool that I haven't mentioned, please feel free to shove it at me in the chat. We're going to talk first about how to find the best deals on digital PC games, because that's our main focus here really is PC games. We are going to touch consoles too as well, but we're going to start with PC games. The best tool you can possibly get to find the best deal is called Augmented Steam. It's an Augmented Steam. I'll put the link in the chat. Why not? I should just do that.
Did not know that.
Augmented Steam is a browser. I can talk. Augmented Steam is a browser plugin, and it does this amazing thing where if you go to Steam, let's go to Steam store. Okay. If you go to Steam, you know, and you look up, let's say any game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Why not? After a second, it'll show you not only the current best price and where it is, but the historical low for that game as well. So as you can see here, the historical low for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, according to Is There Any Deal, which is a tool we'll talk about in a moment, is $14.45 at Green Man Gaming. This is U.S. prices. I think you can change it for other localities, but I'm talking about the U.S. here. And right now, the current best price is $18 at Fanatical. So you could see at a glance, oh, it's not at its lowest price. I shouldn't buy it right now. You know what I mean? Because, like, why would you buy it? I think it's, to me at least, become a game. Buying games has become a game. Like, buying games is the meta game of video gaming. And this is one of the best tools, Augmented Steam, to find to find the best deals for a specific title. And so yeah, you can clearly see right here, like if you want Valhalla, just wait a bit. Like I never buy anything unless it's at the historically lowest price. Like if it's not the historically lowest price, I don't buy it. What's the point? It's been cheaper, you know?
Fair enough.
It's if it's going for $18, but it's been as low as $14, why would I spend $4 extra when I can just wait?
Yeah, fully agree. Augmented Steam would be the example I would have brought up either if you hadn't interviewed before me now.
Oh God,
to be honest.
No, this is
it's a really great tool.
The only regret is that it's not available on mobile browsers. I wish to fucking God, excuse my language. I wish to fracking God it was available on like mobile Chrome or whatever. Like, but mobile browsers don't really do the extension thing typically, so it's like fine. But God, I wish this was available on mobile. I would. So yeah, Augmented Steam is an amazing deal. It is available for I think Chrome and Firefox, but all the other Chrome-like browsers like Edge and Vivaldi and all that are built on Chrome and Chromium. It will work on them as well. Like I'm using Vivaldi here as my browser, and it works swimmingly. And it also has some nice other features, like it adds links to other things on the page. It adds like player data down here. So Augmented Steam does a lot of stuff, and is really if you're searching for PC digital games, it is an essential tool in your toolbox. I cannot recommend it enough. It's totally free. I don't know how they make it totally free, but somehow it's totally free, and it is a freaking godsend. If you're not using this to find the best deal, you're wasting money, like, just flat out. Like if you didn't have this thing and you bought Assassin's Creed Valhalla for $19.80, you'd be wasting $5, and that adds up, you know. So, yeah, absolutely, Augmented Steam, really one of the best deals you could possibly get. Now, Augmented Steam uses data from the next site I'm going to talk about, which is called It's called istthereanydeal.com, which for my money is the best deal finding site for digital games on the internet. There's another one that we'll talk about after this, but Is There Any Deal is amazing because and the other site I'll talk about does a lot of this stuff too, but I think this site's a little better. It's got more history to it also. If you sign up, you can sign in through Steam on this site. It'll parse your wish list, and then if something on your wish list goes on sale, you'll get an email. And that email will...
Does Steam already do that?
It does, but the email you get from Is There Any Deal tells you the current price and the lowest price. So you can again see at a glance, like, oh, this is on sale for $20, but it's been $16. I'm not going to buy it right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Steam also does... What was that, Thorsten?
Yeah, I fully agree. It's the same with Augmented Steam, and I use this tool either.
Yeah. Is There Any Deal is an amazing tool. Like what's a game like Jacob? What's a game you're looking to buy on the sale on one of the upcoming sales? What is a game you're interested in?
I'll actually just crack over my wishes because I have no idea. I'm mostly just waiting for games nowadays. Screw it, Subnautica Below Zero, that one.
Subnautica Below Zero. Okay, did I spell that right? I hope I did. Yeah, below Zero. So yeah, right now And you can also set up a manual wait list thing as well if you want. But usually it'll import from your wish list. And it'll tell you all the stores that it's on sale at, as well as the best price. So the best price ever has been $10, but that's on the Epic Game Store. So if you don't have an Epic copy, that doesn't help. But the current best price is $12.50 over at GamePlanet.us, which
Still
is
pretty good.
Still pretty good. Yeah, it's more than half off. That is a pretty good deal. And again, if you don't want to get it right now, you can click the wait for better price and it'll email you when it goes on sale. It's also very handy because it gives you links to Steam reviews and everything. You can also see the
Very
price.
convenient.
Yeah, you can also see the price history and how cheap it's been at the various stores. So yeah, this tool is amazing. And again, it will import your wish list from Steam. That's why I just keep adding things to my wish list on Steam. My wish list is now at 4,600 games because I add everything I'm interested in to it so I can get these emails. So yeah, this tool it's available in other countries as well, like Europe. And well, Europe's not a country, but you know what I mean.
Yes, the country of Europe.
Shut up. American public school. Shut up. The country of Africa.
The country. Frau Merkel's dream over here. The country of Europe.
I mean,
sorting hell.
I mean, America's bigger than Europe, so America's clearly better, right? Anyway, that's how that works, right? No. So yeah, Is There Any Deal is an amazing tool that gives you access to all kinds of, like if you want, like Elden Ring, for example, I don't know why you'd want Elden Ring, but if you want Elden Ring, sure, you can get all that information. And another good thing about these sites is it's easy to see, like these sites only list, well, this one does especially, only lists the what they feel are the legitimate sellers. So if you see like a weird key site that's selling keys and it's not on like, Is There Any Deal and whatever, you can probably stay away from it. So there's also an element of not getting ripped off, not getting scammed. So it's a very handy, very, very handy tool to find the best deals for just about any digital game. They even include like itch for some games, if they're on itch, like if they've got it. It's an amazing database for finding the deals. A site that's similar, it's a little newer, so it doesn't have as much historical data, and I like Is There Any Deal better, but hang on, I'm gonna put these links in the chat. So, guys, if you guys miss a link, I'm also gonna add it to the post on Space Game Junkie where the podcast comes from. Are we not doing YouTube again? Is the YouTube chat not working again? Apparently, the YouTube chat isn't working again. That's weird. Anyway,
for crying out loud! Right, carry on.
Restream is having issues apparently.
Again.
So yeah, Is There Any Deal is probably the best tool, but another good tool to have in your pocket, and you can again sign in through Steam, is gg.deals, which is a crazy domain, I know, but it's gg.deals, and it's basically mostly the same thing. You sign in through Steam, it'll import your wish list, you'll get emails, and it gives most of the same information. The thing that GG Deals also does is they will also list the more dubious key shops as well, like Kinguin and whatnot. Sites that, I hate these sites. I never use them. But like, if you want to, if you're willing to take that kind of risk, GG.deals lists them along with the legitimate sites like Fanatical and Green Man Gaming. So GG Deals is a good deal in that regard. And their pages are a little more attractive, and they do have some, like, I think they do a slightly better job of listing all like the available DLC for a thing than Is There Any Deal. So there are a couple of differences between Is There Any Deal and GG.deals, and they're both free, so it makes sense just to sign up for both of them. You'll get multiple emails when deals happen, but I think that's fine. You know, you can just delete the email you don't want. It's very easy. Just be aware that like usually when a deal happens, you'll get an email pretty quickly, but when like the big Steam sales happen, when thousands of things are on sale, you might have to wait like a day for the emails to come in, because you'll get an email like you have 800 deals on Steam, you know? So the emails when the big sales happen might not be immediately forthcoming. So you might like, it's never good to buy something the first day of a Steam sale anyway. Honestly, you always want to like sleep on it, especially now they don't do their those flash deals anymore on Steam. I miss those. I really miss those. But when they instituted that 2-hour refund thing, it made no sense to continue with them. So these are the two big tools. Well, three really. Augmented Steam, but Augmented Steam pulls data from Is There Any Deal. So these are the two big tools: Is There Any Deal, and GG.deals that you want to sign up for in order to make sure you're getting the best deal on a game that you want. And again, I would highly recommend you use this to make sure you're buying a deal at a game at the lowest price. Otherwise, again, you're wasting money. Now, if you want to go a little more manual and you don't hate Reddit, the game deals.
Now, if you do hate Reddit, that's fine.
That's totally fine.
But
yeah, Reddit is as good. Reddit, like any social network, is as good as you curate it. So
it's unreliable.
It's great if you spend time finding exactly the subreddits you want and avoiding everything else. Then it's great. But that just takes time. It's worth it because there's a lot of good info on Reddit. You just got to know where to look for it and then tweak Reddit so you're only looking at what you want. I would never go to like just the front page of Reddit. Oh my God. I don't know about you guys, but I would never just no. So the game deals subreddit is a really fantastic place to find deals on PC games, and they'll have some stuff that even the other two sites won't. Like here's a deal at Walmart, you know, for Final Fantasy. What is it? Final Fantasy 16 on PS5. They also do cover some console games here as well.
That's a pre-order, yes.
But
16 is not. Is 16? Hold on, I just make sure I didn't just miss an entire game coming out.
Well, the deal also expired, so that's sad. But but yeah, and
no, it's coming out next year. There you go. That's so that was a pre-order.
And the nice thing is people are very invested in making these posts useful. So they'll post like tables of stuff, and they'll like give the different prices and the ratings and all this stuff. And they're really like, people really care about helping you find good deals on this subreddit. So it's a very, very good subreddit. And this is another good thing. Over here on the sidebar, you see this filter by site here. This is also another good way to check on the legitimacy of a digital sales site, because if it's not listed here, you can pretty much avoid it. But yeah, there's like itch.io, and so they'll cover some stuff that you might not find on the other sites. So this is a good place to check out once a day, maybe. I usually come here once or twice a day, just to make sure I didn't miss anything, you know. And the comments are usually very helpful. People will tell you their opinion of a game, whether you should buy it or not. You know, it's a very it's a very, very useful place. If you join Reddit for one subreddit, I would suggest this one, because it's a pretty positive place. There's really no dickery, and it's very useful in finding deals you might otherwise miss on these more automated sites, like like GT deals and Is There Any Deal. And so yeah, I've posted about GOG and everything. So yeah, it's a really useful resource. Again, if you hate Reddit, that's fine. You don't have to use this. I'm just throwing it out there. Oh, let me just post the link. I keep forgetting to post the link. I'll throw it out there as a useful link. It's probably my favorite subreddit, and I'm on a lot of subreddits, and this one's probably the one I visit the most. Because it's so very useful. Like, I didn't know, I don't care about City Skylines, but they're having a City Skyline sale over on the Win Game store. So if you care about that, there you go. You know, like, oh, what? And someone made a nice table and everything. Wow. I didn't know there was that much DLC for City Skylines. Jeez Louise. Well, it is a Paradox title. So that does make sense. But,
what do you mean with that now?
well, a Paradox title? Oh, they love they love their DLC. They love.
Oh yes.
Yep.
I think they just added a DLC to City Skylines that actually adds gameplay to the game, rather than just.
That's a first.
I know, right? It's like
What?
it's like it adds like businesses that you can fiddle with. I'm like, oh wow, they actually added a game to the game, finally. Because I can't stand Cities Skylines personally. It's a nice fun toy, but it's not a game. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you do care about City Skylines, here you go. There's a sale about it right here, so that's cool. So yeah, this community is very useful in finding deals. I would check it out at least daily to make sure you didn't miss anything. And then like you could always check if it's the lowest price. How much is okay? That's a good question. I think we can find out. Let's see. City Skylines. So let's see. So right now, if we wanted to buy all the DLC, it is $331. That's less than I was thinking. Honestly.
Well, still below, a lot below a certain other game.
Oh, you mean Train Simulator?
I said two, but there's another one.
What's the other one?
Star Citizen, of course.
Oh, because yeah, if you wanted to buy all, let's say you wanted to buy all the train simulation. Wow, a lot of. It's so much DLC that even the plugin can't handle it. Like
Jesus Christ!
Like usually the
Press
plugin.
the button.
Yeah, usually the plugin
What?
will tell. Usually the plugin will tell you at the bottom how much all the DLC costs.
How much is it? I need to know.
Yeah, come on, it's not working. Oh wait, there it goes. It's doing something.
It's too much.
Oh,
it's too much.
Well, yeah, it's not going to tell me here how much it's not going to tell me here. But it's a lot. It's a lot of DLC. We're talking probably thousands of one of the other.
People do really like trains.
Yeah, people love trains. And let's see. There's another. Let's see. Oh well, I was going to look at this one, but Like maybe this one has less DLC. This Train Simulator Classic, but no, this one has 690 pieces of DLC.
Jesus Christ.
690.
Wow.
I'll show you another. Yeah, here we go. Here's another better example of a game with good DLC. So this one only has this Graviteam Tactics game, which is great by the way, only has 25 pieces of DLC. So the plugin can tell you how much all the DLC is. You know, it can and it'll let you add it all to the cart if you.
Oh,
want
it color codes things.
Yeah, it color codes things based on whether you already own it or whether it's on your wish list. So it's very handy to see like, oh wait, I really want that one. I already have that one, but I really want these. These I've been waiting for these DLCs to come down because they're kind of expensive. They're great. They add a lot of gameplay, but they're not cheap, as you can see. So how did we get on that topic? Anyway, oh yeah, City Skylines. So so yeah, the Reddit tool here is the Reddit community here is very, very useful in finding good deals. If you want to kind of browse if you want to kind of a browsing a shelf type of feel, this is probably your better bet. But having these automated tools like Is There a Deal and GD.deals is also amazing. Now for console games, it's a little murkier. There are other Reddits that deal with like specific like Xbox and PlayStation deals, but I find that I know I'm going to mention Twitter. I know some people are bothered by that right now, but Twitter, for all its issues, is still a useful tool in a lot of ways. Excuse me, I hate to admit that, but it's still a useful tool.
I was about to say.
I hate to admit that. So the cheap ass gamer Twitter, which is at and I think,
brilliant name, by the way.
Yeah, and I don't even know. I think you can. Am I remembering correctly that you don't need a Twitter account to follow an individual Twitter? Like, don't they have RSS feeds for individual?
I have no idea.
I think they might. But anyway, Cheap Ass Gamer also has a site at cheapassgamer.com, but this site's a little more. This is more like kind of like a big forum. It kind of just throws everything at you. And this is the Cheap Ass Gamer site is a bit more confusing, I find. It's because it covers everything, PC, console, everything. So I find the Twitter feed is a much easier tool to use, and it has all kinds of deals like it's, and they don't just have game deals, they have game related deals. Like if you want a Republic Commando action figure at GameStop, there you go. Or I heard this game Suzerain it just went on sale on Steam. Apparently it's pretty good. If you want a Sub-Zero action figure, Cheap Ass Gamer has you covered. So if you're looking for more variety of deals, not just PC, but console and maybe some physical stuff, the Cheap Ass Gamer Twitter feed is a really good resource to find deals, and it's really good to follow. I usually follow it. I only have a Switch, so I usually follow it for Switch games. And they usually, but they're very good. But they also have the consoles as well, not just the games. Like if there's a deal on the consoles as well, they will share that as well. So this is also a really good resource if you're looking for, like, say you wanted a Roller Coaster Tycoon on GOG. There you go, or whatever the hell Potion Permit is on PlayStation. There you go. I have no idea. So yeah, the Cheap Ass Gamer Twitter is a very good resource. And again, if you're not following the stream, don't worry. These links will be on the post at spacegamejunkie.com if you want to follow it up later. But these guys actually have a good Twitter handle. It's twitter.com/videogamedeals. That's a pretty damn good Twitter handle, actually. That is a pretty damn good Twitter handle. Like I said, the cheapassgamer.com site is very comprehensive, but it's also a bit confusing. And I don't use it very much. I prefer the Twitter feed, but this is another good resource if you want to. Apparently, they also have a podcast. That's nice. I should check that out, I guess. I like these guys, actually. So this is a good resource if you want to broaden yourself beyond PC games. Excuse me. The final tool I'll mention, and this is right now specifically for Switch games, even though they are adding support for PlayStation and Xbox. They're currently in beta, but they're there. This is called Deku Deals. It's Deku or Deku. I don't know how you say it.
It's pronounced Deku Deals, but yes.
Deku Deals? Okay.
Yes.
It's DekuDeals.com, and right now they primarily focus on the Switch. And this is like, is there any deal, but for the Switch? They have, like, they'll tell you whether a game is at its lowest price ever, or if it's at the lowest price it previously, or sometimes a game will be on sale and it's not at its lowest price. You can be like, screw that. I'm not buying Immortals Phoenix Rising unless it's unless it's a better deal, you know. And you can add wish lists. I mean, the Nintendo eShop has a wish list, which is also nice. But these guys also have a wish list you can add things to, and they'll send you an email as well. And the nice thing is they not only list the Nintendo eShop, but they also list physical places as well. So you can, like, if it's on sale at Walmart or Best Buy or GameStop, they'll also tell you that. So this site, if you have a Switch and I guess eventually a PlayStation or an Xbox, this site is a very, very handy to keep track of Switch games, whether digital or physical. So yeah, I love this site. To my detriment, to my wallet's detriment. I love this site. I've bought so many games for my Switch because I was like, oh, I like that game on Steam. I should have it on my Switch as well. Boom. It's only $3. Done. Oh, Tony Hawk's on sale. I've been meaning to pick that one up. Ooh, really? Okay, damn it. I might be buying Tony Hawk after this, you guys. So those are the major tools I use regularly to keep an eye out on the best deals. It's one of the reasons I own too many damn games. But it's an amazing... I actually like skateboarding games. I'm not good at them, but I enjoy them. The first one I ever played was it Underground 2? Tony Hawk's Underground 2 on a friend's PlayStation 2. I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. So apparently the Pro Skater remake on the Switch is really excellent. So I've been meaning to pick that one up.
We want a stream now. You are aware of that?
Not if I get it on the Switch. I know it's available. Isn't it available on PC as well? I think it is on Epic, right? I think it's available.
It should be, yes.
I think it's on the Epic Store. Yeah, it's on the Epic Store right now, and I think that is. I think it might be on my wish.
Not bad.
Yeah, let's make sure it's. I prefer games like this on the Switch, but you know, if I do get it, if it's cheap enough on the Epic Store, fine. I don't know if you guys have played Ollie Ollie World, but that's also an excellent game. Oh my god. All the Ollie Ollie games are good, but Ollie Ollie World is something special. Okay, so those are all the tools and sites I use to on a regular basis. Again, to my wallet's detriment, keep track of the best deals around. So, co-host, did I miss anything? Are there any tools that you're aware of that I'm not, that I didn't include?
I've got nothing to add. You are using mostly those that I use too.
David, Jacob, is there anything you guys use to keep track of deals, or did I basically?
No, I just keep going GOG.com and look for the really cheap old stuff.
Well, these two sites also, I think you can import your GOG wish list into Is There Any Deal? I think.
Yeah.
As
because
well.
Here's the thing. I don't necessarily buy a lot of stuff on sale. I do buy because I rarely buy like really big ones, big games, because why?
Fair.
But also, what I used to do, and I still do less of, but still, when I was a broke teenager back in middle school with a pittance amount of money from my parents, I went to GOG.com and I realized, oh hey, there's a bunch of like really old games that you use like DOSBox and stuff that are all like $10 each. So I bought a bunch of them. So you have that. So you have that to blame for inspiring / infesting me with the unhealthy love for old ass games. But yeah, I don't really look that much for like deals. Like if there is a deal, I'll snag something. I mostly just put things on my wishlist and hope Steam remembers to send me the email for it, which they're decent enough with.
Right.
But
Yes.
they could be better.
Yes. Steam's emails are all right, but they totally could be better. Oh, the other nice thing about especially these two sites, Is There Any Deal? I forgot to mention this earlier, or GG, is if a game you want on your wish list is in a bundle, they will also email you about that, which is one of the reasons I have so many games, because like, oh, I want that game, but it's in a bundle with 8 other games. I will just buy that bundle and get the 7 other games I want.
Neat.
So yeah, it's very handy. Like right now, I'm hoping F19 goes on sale because I think there were some people on our Discord who are like, I want to buy it. So hopefully that goes on sale soon. So yeah, these tools are just so useful in finding the best deals, and we're just bombarded with sales all the time. It's not just the big holiday sales, but there are sales all the time. So like, if you're as much of a gaming digital hoarder as I am, like how many games does hang on. Trying to find out here. Look. Yeah, okay. So according to Play Night, which if you guys haven't used Play Night, by the way, it's an amazing way to consolidate all your digital games into one place. I have over 8,000 games just digitally.
Sorry.
So one of the reasons I have that many games is because of all these sale tools that I use. Am I going to play all those games? Nope. Does it give me comfort to have those games? Yep.
I'm not saying you may have too many games.
It's like a quilt. It's like a big digital quilt I wrap myself in. And the bigger that quilt gets, the better it is. So that
That's a comparison.
I'll take your word for it.
so the bigger that quilt is, the more comfy I feel. You know? But yeah, like I said at the beginning, buying games for me is as much of a game. How many lives do you need to play 8,000 games? Oof. I don't even know if a cat has that many lives. Like I think if I didn't work or sleep or do anything else but video game, I still couldn't play all 8,000 games. I know this. I know, but it's nice to have like, oh, I have Hot Wheels Unleashed. I haven't played that one yet. I should install it. You know, so
out of experience, I can say easily that even if you don't work, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You simply can't. It doesn't work.
No, I know. I've been there. There's a part of me that's like, I know I'm gonna have a time in my life where I don't work and I'm gonna have all this time in my hands, so I'm gonna need all these extra games. You know, I'm gonna need all these extra games for all the extra time I'm gonna at some point have in my life. That I don't know what's gonna happen or not. So do you guys want to wrap? I mean, that was all I wanted to cover, unless there was anything you guys wanted to hit. It's a short show, but we're missing a few people. So
I honestly don't have much else to say because I'm not much of a deal hunter.
Right.
Same here.
So, folks, next week on the show is going to be our last podcast of the year, and because again we were going to do like one of those. How was 2022 in gaming? You know, we're going to do one of those. But since Spaz isn't going to be here next week also, we've pushed that back to the first podcast of 2023. So next week, we're just going to have a laid chill back, talk about what we're playing and stuff. So it's going to be a very chill show to end the year. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. And tomorrow on the stream, sorry, Jose, it was a short one today. We're missing a couple people, and we pretty much covered everything we wanted to cover. So tomorrow on the show, I'm going to cover strategy game called Solar Nations tomorrow on the stream.
It's a first one.
I know nothing about it, except it's some kind of grand strategy game. It came out earlier this year, so of course I have to cover it. But that's going to do it for this episode. Again, all these links will be available on the post on spacegamejunkie.com. But the two you want to majorly, if nothing else, get Augmented Steam like right now as I'm talking. Just look up Augmented Steam, add it to your browser. You will be so happy every time you go to Steam on your desktop or your laptop, because Augmented Steam is really, if you do nothing else, please go install Augmented Steam like right now, because it is really one of the finest tools you can get if you want to save money on digital games. I can't recommend it enough. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks so much for hanging out in the chat. You guys are awesome. I love you. And we'll see you back here tomorrow with whatever the hell Solar Nations is. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.